Welcome back to the Mega Man 04 Hard S-Rank Challenge. Part number 14, Teleporter Base. And this level, by far, was the most frustrating. It's unbelievable how annoying this level is. There's so many elements to it that are just... It feels like it's random, that you have no control. Even though it's really not, but... Like in that first section. Sometimes trash falls from the ceiling, enters the lava, and creates some bubbles that, come out of the lava. And those can hit you, and it just feels like they come at random. I can't predict it. And this level is divided into 4 sections, and each one of them, I feel like that just sometimes you get hit randomly. Except for the top one. The top one is really easy. So I go in an order that, most annoying to least annoying. Get the harder ones out of the way so I don't mess up, later. Trying to save time, you get it. But yeah, it's this level. And to make things worse, I got a 100 on this level, but I was not recording, so I had to do it again. And this level was not fun. This bottom section, I can't even figure out how to do it quickly. I really don't get it. You have to hit these enemies down at the blocks below to blow them up, but I just can't do it in a reasonable amount of time. And speaking of time, the time limit for this level is so strict. It is by far the most strict time limit. I think I beat it by 3 or 2, no, it was like 4 or 5 seconds. It wasn't by much. The time limit is insane. You better be quick. And I lose most of my time on this part right here. Is there a way to do this quicker? I don't know, but if anybody knows, please tell me. I would like to know. Whenever you reach the 4 computer rooms, switch to the Z-Knuckle, pull out the switch, and then switch back to whatever you're using. Because the Z-Knuckle can pull those switches out very quickly. I think you can destroy them too. I don't know. You might be able to do it with the Z-Saber, but I've never tried. I've always used the Z-Knuckle for that. One of the few times I actually used that thing. But, yeah. Those 2 sections were much harder than the other 2 sections. Because of those random elements, the trash falling and that bomb section taking too long. The other 2 sections are easier to do without taking a hit. And there's no random elements. This one's just a water section. And if you memorize when the enemies are going to come towards you, you won't take a hit. You can predict where they are. And, yeah. Normally, there are plenty of enemies on this stage, and you should have no problem getting the full amount. But on this run, for some reason, I lost a point. Every other run, I got more than enough enemies. But this one, for some reason, I failed and got a 99. I don't get it. I normally destroyed more than enough. But here, I fell short by 2 or 3 enemies, I think. I don't know, I would have to check. But I was just so surprised. I was so shocked. A bit disappointed, but I'll explain this later. At this point in the game, it really doesn't matter what I get for a score. I'll tell you why later. This final section, I usually just ignore most of the enemies and climb up. Having the double jump is very helpful. But yeah, just climb up, avoid the enemies. It's actually more difficult escaping from that section than it is climbing up it. Because when you're falling down, you can land on an enemy pretty easily. So, yeah, I just figure out how to fall. You can fall in a specific way to avoid all the enemies. Even though I probably should have killed a few of them so I didn't lose a point on enemies, but what can you do? And here we are, we have a boss. It is random something. I forgot its name. But, yeah, it has a lot of attacks, especially for bosses in this game. The first one that it's doing right now, it shoots out a bunch of orange stars at you. I don't really have that much advice for you. Just try to slip between them. When it doesn't, or when it's not on screen, it does one of 2 attacks. It either does this attack where a random panel will pop out and you have to destroy it, otherwise it'll shoot something at you. Or it will have all the panels come out and shoot at you. This attack is pretty easy, just jump over it when it shoots at the bottom and avoid it when it goes to the left and right. Pretty easy. In fact, that attack is preferred because it's really simple to get a bunch of hits in. And this guy has quite a lot of health, so you want to get your shots in. When he does this attack, he just bounces around in the room, very similar to Armored Armadillo, if you know that boss from Mega Man X. But yeah, I should not have taken a hit right there. I don't know what I was doing. This attack it's harder to avoid than the random panel one, but it's still pretty easy to avoid. And here he does the bouncing attack again. You really don't want him to do the bouncing attack because you can't get that many hits on him, and you don't want to waste time with this boss fight because the time limit is so strict. It's pretty annoying. But what can you do? That's just the random elements of this level, which I don't like. I don't like this level. No, I do like the level, but I don't like it in context of this challenge. And I should have killed him right there, but I didn't! He should have died! I blame the game. Totally not my fault. But yeah, you just waste so much time with these attacks right here, and it's painful. You know, it's just painful. Then you finally kill him. And I thought I got a 100 right here. I was so pumped. I was so excited. But it turns out that I did not get a 100. In fact, a 99. Shameful. I killed 39 enemies. Normally, no, on pretty much every other run, I killed 52. But I don't know why I killed 39. I don't know what happened. But I'll see you in part number 15, the teleporter circuit. And we're almost done with the game.